Hello, Cat here with an arsenic marshmallow. I'm not going to do my usual wahaha laugh. Well, apparently I did. But anyway, this is more of a video about how I'm doing currently. Kind of a little confession time with Cat from Arsenic Marshmallow. I'm working on getting my craft video, my first craft video, up and posted. I just haven't got there yet. So hopefully today I will manage to get it up. But in the meantime, I wanted to take a couple minutes to kind of talk about what I'm going through. Sorry for the change of scenery. I'm at the boys' house, so things are a little different back there. But I just wanted to let you guys know that I've been struggling a lot with depression. Ever since I found out when I was 26 that I was going to have Huntington's, I've been in the face of acceptance. In fact, I drove home from that first appointment when they told me that it was going to happen because I was more capable of driving than Jeremy was. And it just kind of, I just kind of had to accept it and move on, you know. I didn't really have time to break down in tears. I celebrated by having my own funeral. That was my last drinking party. And, you know, I just brought my own brand of morbid to the whole thing. I just feel like I've always kind of been accepting of what I can't change, because I can't change it and there's no point in getting upset about that. I feel lately like that acceptance has started to disappear a little bit. Now I was diagnosed 3 years ago as having Huntington's officially. And that really sucked. That really sucked. But again, I can't change anything, so it's not like there's reason to lose all hope and, you know, sit in a corner and cry. But for these last couple of months, I was kind of dealing with a depression. Like, I could see it was a depression, but I couldn't really figure out why I was extra depressed. I mean, I'm going through a divorce, so, you know, there's that. Moving back into my mother's house, there's that. My mom doesn't live there anymore, but it still means that I kind of have to listen to her rules and stuff. You know, it was the house that I was kind of traumatized in a lot as a child, and again, I'll make a video about that also at some point. My mother ruining my childhood for me, that was a lot of fun. And a lot of it happened in that house, and just, there's a lot of sadness going on. So when I kind of realized I was extra depressed, I just thought it was connected to one of those two things. But I'm starting to realize that as much as I love Poe and my cane and everything, I feel like I'm battling an extra depression, and I kind of realized that I think it's my symptoms that's causing it. The last couple of months, it's gone from being basically invisible to not. I carry Poe. I, you know, do everything that I need to try to stay safe. I park in handicap parking now. I've had a handicap parking thing for a while, but I hadn't really been using it. But parking lots, especially where I live in the American Southwest, are very hilly sometimes, and that really kind of messes with you when you have balance issues. So, you know, it's not super easy to manage. And I'm just getting depressed about it. Thankfully, no one has, you know, what's wrong with you, or you're broken or lazy for sitting in my chair at work or something. You know, I'm being completely open with the people that I work with. You know, I haven't had that much opportunity to tell most people about what specifically I'm going through, and I need to make sure that they know that it's okay for my managers and stuff to tell people what I'm going through. because I know they can't just do that. But I also want people to know that it's not just that I'm getting unfair treatment. I want people who take 18,000 steps a day to realize that, yes, there is a reason that I sit in a chair all day. And, everyone's been really awesome about it. Customers have been awesome in general about what's going on with me. I don't have very much opportunity to talk to people about it. But, it is what it is. So hopefully soon I will have the chance. So I just thought I would come clean about kind of what I'm going through a little bit. Kind of talk about dealing with the depression. It's been pretty rough today, just even getting up and doing anything. Like, I haven't done anything. I've been at the boys' house for hours. Well, since last night. And I just barely got dressed. I have to go pick up Lucky 13 very soon. And I haven't had lunch. I haven't done anything because I'm just kind of battling the depression. But I wanted you guys to know what I'm going through. I believe it's important for people to admit what's going on with them, and I try really hard, but it's not always sunshine and rainbows when I'm talking about Huntington's, because it's not. I get depressed lately. 13 years of no depression about it, though. That was pretty awesome. I did have... So after I got told that I was going to get it someday when I was 26, that he called me asymptomatic at the time, my doctor had recommended that maybe I could go to a support group for Huntington's. So I was like, oh, cool, support group, sounds nice. So we went to a support group, and never ever have I been so terrified to be around so many smiling faces. Everyone had very obvious Huntington's, like power chairs were everywhere, and a lot of people had the chorea, which is the flailing thing that I'm eventually going to get, and it really sucks. But it was nice to be there and to see it with my own eyes, because I never had. That was my first real attempt, real view of seeing it. And I was kind of worried that Jeremy might want to leave me after that. I wish that we had gone ahead of time before we got married so that he could have had that choice. But he still decided to stick it out with me because he's awesome. It was something else that led to our divorce, but it is what it is. And again, I'll talk about that someday too, because I want this to not just be videos about my illness and my divorce and whatever, but also about crafty stuff and doll repainting and things like that. But at the moment, I'm going to talk about this stuff because I kind of need to. But yeah, when we got back to the car that night, we'd ended up kind of driving separately for the beginning part of it, and then he came to meet me at work, and I had to trade cars so that we could take the same car the rest of the way there. So when he dropped me off at my car and I got back into it, I just burst down crying and called my friend, and I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? How am I going to survive? And, had a 2-hour freak out, and that was kind of the closest I've ever really come to kind of losing control about all of this. I was talking to my counselor yesterday, and she recommended that I schedule a chance to sit down and shed some tears over this and grieve for my healthy body and kind of get it out of the way so that I don't have to keep holding it in. And we're both hoping that's going to help me feel better, which, that's genius. And I greatly appreciate the suggestion. So I'm going to schedule myself some time to sit and cry. And I'm going to go ahead and end this video for now. Thanks so much for watching, and have a wonderful day. And hopefully that craft video will be up soon. I've got 1 or 2 tweaks left to it, I promise. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Oh, this is Cat with Arsenic Marshmallow. Wahaha.